In Hot for the 2024 Big 3 Championship. Of course, your friend Tattoo hanging out in the studio all the way live. What do I owe this pleasure? Director of Fireball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott. And like I just said, Thomas, seems like the season has gone by so quick, but we are finally here for the 2024 Big 3 Championship all the way live on CBS, TD Garden, Boston. Thomas Scott in studio. Talk about it.
Well, you know, Ted, I had to make like Michael Beasley and pull up on you.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Well, listen, Thomas, CBS, the fans, 2024 season 7, it's been a spectacular season. You got Three's Company taking on Bivouac, and what a great story for both teams getting to the championship. Last week in Nashville, the playoffs were absolutely fantastic. Every single seat sold out. The fans were doing the wave. The fans were having a great time. But the fans that were watching at home, the millions around the world, they got to see Big 3 Fireball. Let's talk quickly about the playoffs so that we can get into the Big 3 Championship.
Well, you know, we kicked it off with Tri-State versus Bivouac. You know, competitive game, but Bivouac was just too much. Nobody could stop Corey Brewer. When they get to the rim, get to the line, it just defeats the team. And Tri-State tried their best behind Kevin Murphy. Played hard, but he had his hands full trying to guard Corey Brewer. But also, Jason Richardson was a little banged up, injured towards the end of the season. So I think it was a little too much for him to carry the slack for on a team so hot like Bivouac. But shout out to Tri-State, Dr. J. They did a great job. Dr. J will be coaching the All-Star game in Boston. Nice. Kevin Murphy will be in the All-Star game in Boston. But they had a great year, just didn't have enough. And they just couldn't get it done when they needed to.
All right, let's talk about the team that had a greater year, and that's Bivouac. Almost perfect season. Break down Gary Payton's team this season and what it took for them to beat Tri-State and what it's going to take for them to get that one last victory for their first ever Big 3 Championship 2024 in Boston. Thomas Scott.
Well, first off, shout out to Gary Payton and Gerald Green. Now, the reason Gary Payton is because he's been to this before 2 times, and he's getting his 3rd opportunity to get a chance to win this championship. So I know it means a lot to him. But also Gerald Green for assembling this team that really honestly embodies the identity of Gary Payton. And what is that? Play defense, play hard, get to the rim, which is how he's always played as a younger player. And they are doing it relentlessly. Nobody seems to be able to stop these guys from getting to the rim and getting to the line. And I think that is what has taken them to the next level. Bivouac, they have lost games in the past, but they've always been close. They've been right there. But I think Gerald found the right pieces.
I agree.
And to complement everything. And shout out to Garland Green. I think just does the dirty work. And a Javier Carter, your guy, I think he's doing a great job getting in, and same with Jalen, just getting in there and picking up the slack off the bench. And Gerald Green, shout out to him also because his ego is not there. He doesn't have to be on the floor the whole time. He's coming in off the bench, he's coaching, he's seeing what's going wrong with the team, and then immediately making an impact when he gets into the game. And I think that's the secret weapon for Bivouac.
Right, and Bivouac was always on the losing side. I mean, even having a season where they went winless, it seems that Gary Payton has taken over this team, and they're right here at the 2024 Big 3 Championship. But let's talk about this one player in Bivouac who's having this MVP season. We're talking about Corey Brewer. Just give me a quick insight on this, incredible season that he's had. It seems like he just stepped up his game, and it seems like he brought, his level of knowledge of the league into the Big 3, and he found his place. And here he is in the 2024 Big 3 Championship. What does he need to pull off this MVP, this MVP season so that it can be a real MVP season, not only winning an MVP, but also winning the Big 3 Championship?
Well, I think he showed out for his hometown, Tennessee and Nashville, and he hasn't been playing any less than that all year. But I think he's kind of like the Deion Sanders of Big 3. He plays defense and he can play offense. And so with him, he just has to continue to just be relentless. His motor is incredible. He's getting steals. He's blocking shots. He's getting to the rim. He doesn't seem to be tired. He plays damn near the whole game. His energy is up, and he's always been a winner. He's been a back-to-back college champion. there's not many people that have done that. He's won at the NBA level, but now he's in the Big Three, and he's got a chance to bring home another trophy. So I just think Corey Brewer is a winner, and he has to just continue to bring that winning pedigree for Bivouac.
All right, man, it's your friend Tattoo hanging out with Director of Fireball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott. We're talking about the 2024 Big Three Championships going down all the way live on CBS. TD Garden in Boston, August 18th. Make sure you get your tickets right now. Tickets are still on sale. Big3.com/tickets or Ticketmaster.com. Let's talk about their opponents. Three's Company. They've been there before with Michael Cooper. They know what it's like to be there. Reggie Evans is a vet in the Big Three. But Michael Beasley, let's talk about this MVP candidate. Let's talk about this incredible season that this guy has had. Michael Beasley seems to be unstoppable. How does Bivouac stop the unstoppable threat, the force, and the madness of Michael Beasley? No one wants to smoke with Bees.
Yeah.
Talk about that, Thomas.
Well, Bees wants all the smoke, okay? And at the end of the day, he's not running. He's not afraid, and he's a walking bucket. That's what he is. He's a walking mismatch. You put a big guy on him, he can go around him. You put a small guy on him, he can shoot over him. He can bang. He can shoot from deep, and he's not afraid of the big moments, as you've seen last week, man. A tough win for them against enemies, man. And not only that, beating enemies back-to-back, the champs. Back-to-back.
Right.
And so you got to give them a lot of props right now.
No, not a lot. All the props.
All the props. But, Michael Cooper is another guy. I think he's got Coach of the Year candidate also. And he's just been great using his experience. He's gotten to the finals before in the Big Three and lost against Power, a tough team with Katino Mobley, Corey Maggette. And I think he's getting a chance now to take all that experience he had. And then he's been a winner in every level, WNBA, NBA, college. He's been a winner, and now he's got another chance to win this one. So I think the team, I think they're listening. I think Coop's doing a good job of letting them go and then pulling them back at the right time.
I had a chance to talk with Coach Cooper, and he told me, NBA, WNBA, Big Three is going to complete this circle, this unfinished circle that will complete it, and we hope. And good luck to Michael Cooper. But let's talk about Nasir Kaur, who's candidate for not only fourth man of the year but also rookie of the year.
Yeah,
I mean he's this is a huge pickup for Three's Company that I think had a major part of getting them to the championship. Talk a little bit about Nasir Kaur.
Well, Nas is great because it allows Three's Company to play a different kind of way, and it can put Mario Chalmers off the ball and catch and shoot when he has dribble penetration, or he's also a great defender, but he's also a relentless guy, creating his own shot. He's made big shot game winners throughout the year, and he's just a little bit of a mismatch with his size. He's also very strong if you look at his frame, and he gives them another dynamic off the bench. He could very much win Rookie of the Year and Fourth Man of the Year. Honestly, he's been playing that well, and when you got veterans, like Beasley and Chalmers and Sean Williams, and you can come in off the bench when guys are a little bit tired and you're fresh and your game and you're confident, man, it's just another thing that teams have to deal with, that it's like, oh man, now we already just dealt with Michael Beasley, now we got to deal with Core off the bench, fresh, and it just puts teams in a bad spot. So he's just doing a great job as a rookie, just coming in, not being afraid of the moment.
All right, last weekend in Nashville, the fans were on their feet. Their fans had an incredible show. This is the biggest sports league in the world. We're talking about Big Three Fireball, and Boston is going to get even more. TD Garden, the Big Three Championship 2024 Season 7. How much bigger is this going to even be than the playoffs, Thomas?
Yeah, man. And that city of Boston, they're already on a high, right? From everything that happened this year with the Celtics. But when you talk about Big Three, now you got Gary Payton coming into the building, right? You got old school, and then you got Michael Cooper, somebody they definitely hate out there. But now the fans get to get behind some of these guys that they've been following all year and get to see the finale, right? We got an incredible all-star game. We got an incredible celebrity game before the championship. And then this is for all the marbles. This is what Boston is all about.
Who wants it more?
Championship basketball.
The season's not over until you're holding that Dr. J. Julius Erving trophy up in the air.
Yeah, man, this is what Boston is all about, really. They're about winning basketball. So wouldn't be any other place than to have this
Absolutely.
championship in Boston.
Big Three Fireball 2024 championship is definitely going to leave that imprint in the TD Garden. Make no mistake of that. And it's all going down on CBS. Tickets are on sale right now. Big3.com/tickets. August 18th, this Sunday, all the way live. It's the 2024 Big Three Championship. Thomas Scott, Director of Fireball Operations. Before we get on out of here, you talk to Three's Company, you talk to Bivouac. How do you break down the victories for both teams?
Well, I think they're two dynamic teams, and definitely the big dogs of the league, and they earn their right to be here fair and square by putting the ball in the hole and playing defense and stepping up in big moments. I think for Bivouac, they just got to keep doing what they do. They're the best defensive team in the Big Three, right? And they're going up against one of the best scorers in the Big Three. So you got Corey Brewer, maybe the best guy to guard a Michael Beasley, but then you got Michael Beasley, who's, a great offensive scorer.
What a matchup that's gonna be, right?
So I think it's really cool. Both Coop and GP known for defense, right? But what's really cool is I think Bivouac's philosophy is get to the rim, play hard, don't settle for jumpers, get to the rim. They double will kick out, will shoot a three then. But they're great at getting to the rim between him and Garland, and Gerald is their knockdown shooter. And so when he's able to, get hot, and shout out to him, another former Celtic, they're tough to beat. But then when you start thinking about Three's Company, I'm sorry, you got to talk about Reggie Evans. He brings a veteran presence of being physical, getting to your head, and getting you out of your game. And so there's another underlining. Reggie Evans used to play for Three's three-headed monsters, Gary Payton. Maybe there's something there. Somebody's got to win, because when they were together, they couldn't win the championship.
Absolutely.
So that's more drama there. But Reggie Evans is going to be physical. You got Sean Williams that's about blocking shots. Mario Chalmers has been known to stepping up in big moments, as we've seen him in his career. So I think the key for Three's Company is get the ball to Mike Beasley, space, and go to work. And if you're open, I'll kick it. But it's got to be Beasley touches it first. That's what it is. That's how I think that Three's Company is going to win.
That is the Director of Fireball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott. I'm your friend Tattoo, CBS, August 18th. Who wants it more? Is it going to be Three's Company, or is it going to be Bivouac? It's the 2024 Big Three Championship, all the way live, TD Garden, Boston. We are coming in hot for the 2024 Big Three Championship. Thank you so much, Thomas. I appreciate this right here, man. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms at the Big Three, and don't miss the 2024 Big Three Championship.
We're coming in hot.